Hey everybody, and here we are for a new video, and today I'm finally back. Posted about it on my Instagram that I was sick last week and I really couldn't do a lot of videos, unfortunately, but I always keep you guys updated on my Instagram and post random stuff on there, so if you want to follow, make sure to do that. The link and everything to that is in the description below. But I had something really cool planned that I wanted to do last week, and now obviously I'm going to do it this week. I have like a Summerslam, how I would book the whole match card. I know Summerslam is a little while away, but that's why it's like a lot more fun to do it, because I'm looking at WWE right now and how I would like them to end up at SummerSlam with this match card that I put together. Now probably it's not going to be anything close to this, but if I would be booking, I would do this. It's like not like a dream match card, like I'm saying like, oh my god, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks are going to be there. Just stuff that is actually possible for the WWE. So without any further ado, I would say we get right into the card here. And the first match that I would do, that probably is not going to happen at the pay-per-view, but I would have booked it this way, is Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura for the US title. I have no clue why they are wasting this match now again for the next SmackDown episode. Like, I think they announced it that they're going to do Kevin Owens and Shinsuke Nakamura. I really do not get why they're doing this all the time now, that they're doing like such a big match on SmackDown, and on SmackDown it doesn't really feel all that big, and when they redo it on pay-per-view it doesn't feel that big either. So I don't really know. If they would have like had a really good program leading up to a pay-per-view match, that would be awesome. But I guess they're just going to do it on SmackDown, and especially with guys like Nakamura, I feel like he hasn't faced in WWE. Most of these guys, of course, they faced in Ring of Honor before, but most of the WWE audience is not aware of it. And you just do it on a SmackDown. I don't know. I think that like Kevin Owens versus Shinsuke Nakamura is like a SummerSlam worthy match for the US title. I would have booked it this way. This would be their first one-on-one match, but obviously that is not going to happen now because they're going one-on-one next week on SmackDown. But that's what how I would have booked it for SummerSlam. And next match we're going to have is a match from Raw. I'm just going to do a pretty random Intercontinental Championship match. In my plans here, The Miz recaptured the Intercontinental Championship from Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose really doesn't need the title and it's kind of boring. And I would have booked like a random triple threat match with Sheamus and Cesaro. I think like it would be like a fun match, and like what I have put together here is like really like a super card, and you know, you kind of need like those buffer matches, even though this would be like a really cool match. I feel like I think Sheamus and Cesaro are going to lose the cage to the Hardys at Extreme Rules, and then there's like really nothing left for them. So I would like kind of have them like split up, and maybe like a triple threat feud with The Miz over the IC belt would be really cool, because the Sheamus Cesaro matches, even though we have seen like a lot of them in that best out of 7 series back in the day, I think those are really good matches. So adding Miz in there could be fun for the IC title. Like I said, like a really random match I would book, but yeah, that would be the IC title match I would book for SummerSlam. And next off, we go into another match for SmackDown Live, and this is like a match that I have put together because these two guys need to be on the card, but I don't really have anything like a major storyline for them. So the match I would do is Randy Orton and AJ Styles. Now, I do not know how you would put together that match, like why it would happen and stuff, but you know, you could work on a storyline there. But, you know, I pretty much had AJ, I had Orton, and they really had nothing special to do. So I figured I would put them together because this would be, like just imagine those two going one-on-one at SummerSlam. That would be an awesome match. Again, they did like a random match on SmackDown once, but I think like them at SummerSlam, that could be like spectacular. AJ again is my custom that I love like a lot. A lot of people love this because like the Mattel Elite suck. But whatever. Yeah, this is a match I would definitely book. I could see like so many awesome sequences in this match. There doesn't really need to be a huge story behind this match because I think it would just deliver like as an awesome match. Put it like a bit lower on the card and maybe even as an opener. I think that would be perfect for a SummerSlam opener to have Orton and Styles. So could really be like something like Orton versus Rollins at Mania. Like that match was really good, I felt. So yeah, Orton versus Styles, and then another match where I put two guys together that really didn't have much to do for Raw this time is Samoa Joe and Bray Wyatt. Now, I think they could have a good match. They are like both like hard-hitting guys, so that would work out. I'm like honestly like you guys know I'm like the biggest Bray Wyatt fan. But how they're booking them, it's just like so ridiculous. Like, even I don't really take Bray Wyatt seriously anymore. Like, I feel his WWE Championship title run even made everything worse for him. I don't know why, but that was just ridiculous. And, you know, he has like those promos that would be really cool if he would back it up, but he does like those cool promos every week and then just loses and like, why, you know? And it's really bad, but this is like a match that I would do. Nothing too spectacular, but like a really good match for a SummerSlam card. And now we're getting into the more bigger matches. So a really big match for the Raw Tag Team Championships, I would feel, would be the Hardys, who would still be the Tag Team Champions. Obviously, we still do not have a Tag Team Championships of Raw from Mattel. I still haven't got any customs done because I would hope they are coming out soon with some. So I would have the Hardys go against the Revival. And obviously before you would build the Revival up a little, get some wins over Enzo and Cass, I think that is the feud they're going into next. And build the Revival up a little and then have the Hardys against the Revival at SummerSlam. I think that would be nuts. Maybe even if they were able to figure stuff out with the broken gimmick until then. Like a really cool way to turn the Hardys broken would be something with the Revival. I feel like because the Revival, like, they like to break stuff like Kofi's ankle and stuff like that. I mean, maybe they could like break the Hardys for them to turn broken. I think that would be awesome. And this match itself would be, I think, really, really cool. I don't know, like, the Hardys haven't, like, had too impressive matches since they came back. I think the cage match might be pretty good. But, you know, the match they had with Cesaro and Sheamus at the last Raw show was pretty good, too. So, whatever. I think that would be, like, an awesome match for SummerSlam. And definitely something that I would book if I was in charge. Then, a huge match, I feel... a lot of people are thinking now that Shane McMahon is going to face Rusev at SummerSlam. And, you know, it wouldn't be too bad. But I think that would be something much better for Shane McMahon to do. I really do want Shane to wrestle at SummerSlam. I really liked his match with AJ at WrestleMania. It was actually the best match on the card. But what I would put Shane into at SummerSlam would be a match not with Rusev. I would have him in like a street fight or something with Luke Harper. I think just this match, a street fight, Luke Harper, Shane McMahon, that would be awesome. And now you think, how is this match going to happen? Like Luke Harper is a babyface, Shane is a babyface. You know, you could probably just have Harper go crazy because, like, what is Harper doing at the moment? Like, nothing again. And he was such a hot character on the road to WrestleMania and that whole program with Wyatt and stuff, and they kind of let him fall. They did not add him and make it a triple threat match, and maybe Harper could get mad about this because he's not going anywhere at the moment, and maybe he could blame Shane McMahon for it. Obviously, that would be storyline-wise, but, you know, it kind of would make sense because they did not want Harper in that three-way, so you could, like, blame it on Shane and let them have like a street fight at SummerSlam. I think that would be crazy. Like Luke Harper on the Indies was like really known for like crazy matches as well. So I think those two crazy guys in a street fight would be nuts. So that's what would be something that I would book. I'd like the idea of the Rusev match, but I think Shane Harper would be like incredible. So I would book this one. And now we're going to the like 3 big matches. And first off, we got the SmackDown Championship match. I do have, of course, a Jinder Mahal, still the champion. The Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. There's really nothing for Jinder Mahal. He needs to face like a big guy, I feel like. You can't really do Jinder Mahal versus Sami Zayn or Dolph Ziggler or really Baron Corbin. That really doesn't like feel right at the moment. I feel like the only right opponent for him at SummerSlam, if he's still the champion until then, would be John Cena. And now there's so many rumors going around. First off, it was Jinder holding the belt until the Rumble. Now Jinder is apparently losing it to Orton at Money in the Bank because they're not doing an Indian tour at all. They're like, stuff is changing all the time. But if Jinder is going to hold the belt for a while, I would have him beat John Cena at SummerSlam. That is going to put him over a lot more than he already is right now. Is Jinder really over? I don't know, but I mean, kinda. It was kinda cool at Backlash, but I don't really know how it's going to work out. But if you want to have Jinder be over, you have to have him beat Cena. Now, if you don't really want like Cena to lose to everyone, so Cena could come back during Royal Rumble time and beat Jinder for the championship. I think that would make sense. Like, you would give Jinder that like huge push with beating Cena at SummerSlam. That way he builds momentum for the rest of his title run for the rest of the year, and then Cena comes back and takes the belt at the Rumble. I think that would make sense. Probably not going to happen that way, but I think that is how I would book it, because with Jinder as champion, there are like really not too many possibilities as of now. Like, I really feel on the whole SmackDown roster, there's only like Orton and Cena who can make a program with him work at the moment. I even wouldn't like to see Jinder and Styles in a program. Like, he kind of needs to go against those WWE veterans, I feel. Whatever, Jinder versus Cena would be an interesting program for sure, and Jinder going over Cena would be huge. So that would be a thing I would do at SummerSlam, Jinder Mahal versus John Cena. And now, like, a really big match that I think we're not going to see anytime soon. There are always these big matches we have in mind, and they never do them until to a point where like nobody really cares to see that match anymore, and then they do it. Like, it's kind of weird why they do that. But a match that definitely needs to happen sometime soon is the Club. We do need the Club together. We need Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson as a stable. We just need it. Like what are they doing with Gallows and Anderson? Like, let me think. Were they even on Raw? I don't even remember. Raw was awful again. But Finn Balor, Finn Balor is alright at the moment on his own. But with the Club, it would be so much bigger. I mean, probably they would find a way to destroy that stable too, but that would be like so over, I feel. The Balor Club, the Club, I don't know, however you want to call them. I think that would be so awesome. And just a huge match that everybody wants is the Club versus the Shield. And now you have that possibility, because you do have Roman, you do have Seth, and you do have Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw. And Ambrose is awful as Intercontinental Champion. There's really nothing happening, and Roman falls. Roman is doing alright. I think he kind of needs to have a blow off with Strowman as well, but don't do it at SummerSlam. And you know, I think that is a match that could get Roman over. If anything, would get Roman over with the fans. Seth, of course, like, doesn't really have anything too special to do, and I think that match would be so awesome because, you know, you still have the history with Balor and Rollins, which they need to play off sometime soon. Like, it's so ridiculous that they team up all the time, like, after Rollins injured Balor, like, that it's such an easy storyline they have and they don't care to use it. Like, I don't understand why, but, you know, Balor maybe turns on Rollins, gets the club on his side. They keep beating up Rollins, and Ambrose and Reigns come for the save for Rollins, and they book that match for SummerSlam. I think that would be such a huge match, and, you know, that could actually be like a feud they could have, like, from summer till the end of the year. You know, there are so many different things you could do with a feud like that. I would book that. You know, that would be like an awesome co-main event, I feel. Maybe you could even main event with this match. So I would definitely do it. Is it very likely to happen? Probably not. But that's just what I would book. Shield versus the Club. And main event match for the show. We gotta have Brock on the show, right? And the Universal Champion. Of course he's going to be the Universal Champion. He's not going to lose at Great Balls of Fire, like, I'm pretty sure. So you have Brock Lesnar, but who is he going to face? You know, you could do Roman, but they're doing that at WrestleMania. That's the plan. I think that is something that is not going to change. You're going to do Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman. I think this is the match that you headline SummerSlam with. Like, really obvious to do. And I think that is the plan right now as well. At least that's what Meltzer said, that was the plan if nothing changed. So, you know that they're telling you that Strowman is out for 6 months, but he isn't really. He will be back soon enough for SummerSlam and work a match there. You know, some people say it's going to be Roman and some sort of a blow-off match, but I think they gotta go with Brock for the Universal Championship. They kind of had that set up on the Raw after WrestleMania, it was. I think maybe it was. And Strowman was supposed to face Lesnar at, like, Great Balls of Fire, but that fell through, and now basically they just changed stuff up. The guy that was supposed to face Lesnar at SummerSlam is going to face him at Great Balls of Fire, and the guy like Strowman is going to face Lesnar at SummerSlam. I think that is the way to go. I think it could be cool. Like, obviously not going to be like a technical classic, but could be like a really cool brawl if, like, because, like, Strowman and Lesnar are both guys, they do go down very rarely, and then that would be, like, really interesting to see how they do that match, like them throwing each other through the announce table and stuff like that. Would be really cool. Think would be a worthy main event. People will want to see something like that. You know, I always see, like, these fake videos on YouTube where people put, like, Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman in a thumbnail and get, like, millions of views. Like, I don't really know how people always fall for stuff like that, but, you know, there are, like, a ton of fake channels that get their views that way. But whatever, I think that is really a match that would draw, and that would also be good for, like, the wrestling fans. I know a lot of people will probably be mad about it because Lesnar and Strowman is not going to be like that typical classic technical match, but I think it would be really entertaining nonetheless. So I think that would be a really cool main event for SummerSlam. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. My SummerSlam, not really dream match card, because if it would be a dream match card I would have Kenny Omega and stuff on there, but, like, what is possible with what they got. They're probably not going to do it this way, but if I was in charge, I would have booked it this way. So, hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know how much you hated my match card, and I see you all in the next one.